our book, Unshakable Spirit. Yeah. And today's story is number 28. The tone of the instrument depends on the player, not on the price. News of that day's concert raised a stir, for the famous virtuoso was to perform on a violin valued at $5,000, a fortune at the time. The violinist took the stage to a thundering ovation. "Look!" cried an awestruck voice in the audience. "There it is!" The crowd gaped at the instrument in the maestro's hand. Finally the concert began. Sublime music, now quick in tempo and now slow, poured out of the violin and entranced the listeners. "What a wonderful tone!" sighed one. "It sounds like $1,000,000, said another. "What I wouldn't give to be able to play such a violin myself." Up and down the hall, people expressed their admiration in similar language. In the middle of the sixth piece on the program, the music came to a sudden stop. The maestro took his violin and slammed it over a chair, smashing it to pieces. Shocked, the audience rose to its feet. The evening's host came out on stage with a replacement violin and urged the audience to stay calm. The violin that was just destroyed was an ordinary cheap one. Too many musicians nowadays take pride in how much their instrument costs. No one regrets this tendency more than the maestro. He wants to impress a simple truth on the world. The tone of a violin depends not on how much it costs, but on who plays it. The violin that he will now use is the one that cost $5,000. The music started up again and enraptured its listeners once again, ending to a storm of applause and cries of encore. The audience that day never could tell any difference between the cheap instrument and the $5,000 one. Yeah, so this is today's lesson about the importance of paying attention to something that is unseen, and but it plays a greater role. So in this case, for the musician, um, thousands of hours, if not tens of thousands of hours of practicing the violin and becoming very skillful at playing the violin. So all of this is the unseen effort that that's behind the great performance of the player, which is very difficult to become aware of because we humans, um, we mostly understand things that are visible, even visible. I mean, still it's difficult to understand everything. So all the more when something is unseen or a time has passed, so the energy of it is there, but it's not tangible anymore, then people forget about it and they don't consider it, they don't take it into account. And yeah, so maybe this musician wanted to drive a lesson home in this way. And yeah, but many people are so quick to judge something by the outside appearance. So that's a tendency we all have that we have to be mindful of, because that's how many people get deceived. They judge something by the appearance too quickly, and later when they find out what's inside, they get deceived and feel let down and they suffer so much. That's why they say don't judge a book by its cover. So this is all teaching us how to practice the parameter of patience and wait to see the inside. Or through conversation with people, we can gain insight of what do they have in them. Like sometimes, people when they meet me or Yuichi and we tell them, oh, we are Buddhist teachers, Sometimes some people are quick to say, "Oh, where is your orange robe?" They already make a formula in their head. If someone is a Buddhist teacher, they have to have the robe, and then they don't think about anything else. So that shows the superficial aspect of um, our mind. You have to be very careful about it. Yeah, of course, it's very important how we appear, but it's the content, the dharma, that has the power to heal people from the suffering we go through. It's not the outfit or whether we shave our head or not, things like that. So that's why, as a Buddhist teacher, every one of you can be a Buddhist teacher, Buddhist friend. Whenever we talk about the Dharma, we wish happiness upon people, and sharing whatever story we share with them, that story has the power to heal the person's suffering by illuminating why this thing is troubling them. Yeah, sometimes when we just shift our perspective, then whatever used to cause suffering, it stops causing us suffering. Yeah, so it's a very powerful lesson. The tone of the instrument depends on the player, not on the price. And we have to be very careful because as humans, we all have this tendency to judge something quickly by its cover. And yeah, so good job, everyone, for being here. Through this practice, recitation, meditation, and the 6 parameters, we are testing the Dharma to see how it works in our lives. That's how our confidence grows, through practice. So I'm very happy that you're here. Today is Wednesday. We have Karma Lab at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.
Thank you, Beta.
You're welcome, Gary.